Hi Aries, this is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Hope everything is going well for you. This is your reading for March 2020. I have just gotten finished with the full moon view, so there's lots of information on there. Definitely check that out. But I'm going to jump right into your reading. I just did a wealth reading for Pisces, and so I'm going to do one for you too. Just going to get some focus there because there's a lot of information that's coming through when the full moon comes in on the 9th about harvest, about being able to see and recognize your harvest, about being able to connect to that, and also about understanding what that looks like for you. So since they're talking about abundance and they're talking about harvest and they're talking about being able to connect to wealth, then I thought it would be good for us to, I don't know, just see what the cards have for you. All right. So, oh boy. So this looks like a cornucopia and you're coming out of it. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for you, Aries, is that there's a cornucopia. There's a blessing. A cornucopia is a horn of plenty. And out of it, you're coming out of it. So you're a part of the blessing. You're a part of the wealth. You're a part of that. And I'm just looking at the image right now, but we'll get right to the message in just a second. It says, I can't tell stories of shortage and experience abundance. So you've actually got to see yourself in this story. You've got to see yourself as part of the bigger picture and the picture that says that I can experience abundance. So when you're talking, Aries, to people about your financial situation or just, how you're feeling in general, remember you have to speak it into existence, or you have to speak as it is. And as it is, you are a part of this cornucopia. You're a part of this blessing for everyone else. So you should be speaking in terms of that. So whatever it is that you've been saying, to people, you could say, I don't know, honey, I am broke. No, honey, I am a part of a cornucopia of blessings that's coming through right now. And I just can't wait to see, I don't know, what my fruit is going to be. I don't know. So anyway, it says continuing to tell stories of shortage only continues to contradict your desire for abundance, and you cannot have it both ways. You cannot focus upon unwanted and receive wanted. You can't focus upon stories about money that make you feel uncomfortable and allow into your experience what makes you feel comfortable. So you gotta, if you don't focus on what makes you feel uncomfortable, then you allow the experience of comfort into your life. So it looks like you guys may be wanting a little of that. A different story will bring different results. So tell a different story about your wealth and about your money. My thoughts are just the basis for attraction of all things that I consider to be good, which includes enough money and health for my comfort and joy. Bring me comfort and joy. I was thinking about that song. All right, so Aries, that is your wealth message, and I am going to jump right into the Sun and Moon Tarot. I'm pulling from Sun and Moon Tarot because this is the deck that I normally do the moon readings from, or one of the decks that I do my moon readings from. And the moon is very strong this month of March coming in. The full moon is very strong. It's got some great messages. If you want to find out about that, then check out the full moon view on the same channel. But because of that, because it's strong, I really felt like we need to focus on the moon and focusing on the energy around that time for ourselves. So I'm just reaching in for Aries for the month of March. So we've got abundance. See? All right, so we've got abundance right up here. We've got people frolicking in the water and having a good time. It's a time to celebrate, and that is in the astrology right now. It is a time to celebrate, and to celebrate specifically the harvest. So whatever it is that you have been working towards or reaching towards, that is what you need to be thinking about during the month of March. I'm trying to fix my hair because I don't know what happened in the break. All right, so we've got an abundance here. in the Three of Cups. Three of Cups usually means things are coming together for you. And that's your first card out the gate, Aries. So month of March should be right on time for you. Let's see what else is happening for you in March. There we go. Let's see what we've got. All right, so we've got the Emperor. I'm not sure which way it came in. I honestly think I turned it, but let's just talk about it for a minute. So the Emperor is usually the card that represents order in your ranks, order in yourself. It's order, period. It's bringing a structure. It has rules. It has regulations. There's policies. There's procedures. There's lots of boundaries that are in the Emperor card. It is represented by the number 4. Number 4 represents foundations. It represents structure there again. So this is the bones and the tendons of life right now. So yes, things are coming together. Abundance is coming together, but we don't want to forget that with those, with abundance comes a need for there to be structure and order in whatever it is that you're doing. So shore up your bet. If you haven't done it already, look at the structures that exist within the thing that you are doing right now that represents this fruit of the harvest. Remember, you are the harvest. You are coming out of that cornucopia, okay? You are the one that is a part of the horn of plenty. And so because you are, Aries, a part of the horn of plenty, there may be lots of people relying on you that may be relying on you in the near future. So what you've got to do is make sure that your structure is in order so that you can manage it well. It's no need in having a whole bunch of stuff if you can't manage it, because that's when people get frustrated. That's when they get depressed, and that's when they soon get broke again. Okay, that's the cycle. If you're not ready for it, it goes away. Okay, got to be ready for it, and it requires structure and order. All right, so we got 6 of Cups here. We have pleasure. So again, I can see why order is here, because you've got an abundance and you've got pleasure coming in too. Could be with another person, could be a romantic relationship here I'm seeing, but it could also be something related to family. So for those of you who are reconnecting around family, just remember that you want to bring something pleasing to the table. Do something that gives you joy. If you're partnering with somebody, or if this is your family, do something that you all enjoy together. That's a part of appreciating the harvest as well. You know, when you all do something you love to do together, it's like a celebration of sorts. So celebration is in order again, and I'm getting both these full moons coming up. So pay attention again to the full moon view so you'll know what's going on with yourself around that. And then if you need a personal full moon reading, definitely reach out to me, because you can see exactly how what's going on with you fits in with the bigger picture. We can look at it in relationship to the stars, and that'll really give you a lot of clarity. Okay. All right, let's see what else is going on for Aries. So we got a message here, Princess of Cups. Dang it, this is the same thing that came up with your Pisces friends. This is about digging deep and really communicating from the heart, being able to speak from the heart and to give of yourself from your heart. And some of that is your words. Some of that is your heartfelt sympathy. Sometimes it may come in the form of you just saying really what's on your mind from your heart. Tell somebody you love them, for God's sake. You know what I'm saying? If you do. And don't hold back, because you're really holding yourself back. You're holding your own heart at bay when you're doing that. So I'm getting this message very strong for you. Don't hold back. Don't hold back how you feel, and let people know what's going on with you. Don't try to put on the big man shirt or something like that. You know, it's unnecessary. It's time to really open the heart and speak from the heart, and dig deep inside yourself for what you feel and what really moves you, because that's what's going to bring you joy in the end. All right, so I've got this is coming in reverse, but I like to show people right side up. So this is This is the puppet master on the string, feeling like you're bound by somebody else's rules, orders, stuff like that. That's not happening for you right now. That's in reverse. And what that tells me is that that time period is over, because guess why? You are developing your own sense of order. You are creating that for yourself based on the things that are coming through for you right now. So there is a restructuring. You will not be bound up by somebody else's rules, laws, and order. However, rules, laws, and orders for yourself are still needed. A lot of times we all just want to be free, but with freedom, there's responsibility. They go together. So you can't act like, that's not there. You cannot act like that's not there. All right, so we got the High Priestess and we have the King of Swords in reverse here, which really just tells me that there's still some spiritual work that needs to be done on your part. I think that what this means is that you have to get rid of your I don't want to say get rid of your thinking, but thinking has its place, okay? And when you're dealing with things of a spiritual nature, if you're trying to raise your spiritual energy vibration or anything like that, or if you're trying to, change your frequency, you're trying to connect with different kinds of people, you're feeling bogged down by that, and you're trying to take it to another level, right? You have to deal with things and constructs in the mind. Not always, but in your case, and especially during the month of March, you'll want to be focused on that. Like, where have you become set in your way of thinking? Where have you kind of, put yourself on this very cold, hard seat that you probably want to get out of? You want a little comfort, right? You want a little cushion or something like that. So you might have to come up off of rigid thinking. I always think about this in terms of the King of Swords in reverse. It's like rigid thinking, or either, being too judgmental, something like that. But that may be hindering your spiritual progress. Those did come in together, Aries. So I'm seeing that being a focus for you in March. We're going to see what comes with the new moon. In terms of that, the full moon is not for that, but we definitely want to look at the new moon and see what the new moon is bringing in. So check back in later in the month for the new moon view, or you can get your new moon reading. But I think that's when that's gonna manifest for you. I've also got the Empress in reverse. So even though we have this abundance, we have this card of abundance and order, I feel like this Empress in reverse is really more or less about this. It's really about truly understanding the balance between the abundance that you are tapping into and you being spiritually grounded in that. I feel like that's what all of this is about. It's like, you've got to really deal with your thoughts and your thought processes around this, because you don't want it to block your blessings, and you don't want it to block your spiritual path either, because that's your communication tool to the other world. And so you want to make sure that you get this thing in check. Get this in check, all right, for the month of March, for real. For real though, Aries, because when it comes, it comes. We've got Two of Cups, love, around the full moon for some of you. You want to check on your relationships during that time to reconnect to your partner around that. If you are, because again, the full moon is about feeling the abundance and connecting to what the harvest is. And if you are having a harvest of love at this time, make sure that you let that other person know how much they mean to you. Be expressive. And again, that ties right into the Princess of Cups card in reverse. Okay? Be communicative. Go deep. Dig deep. Dig deep. Or taste not the Pierian spring. Anything else for Aries during the month of March? One more time. Anything for Aries month of March? All right, Aries, that's it for you. If you want to get your full moon reading or your new moon reading, reach out to me. Information's in the description box. For all of you out there, I hope you have a great March. I hope you will focus in on that. Don't forget to focus in on that full moon that's coming in. You want to tap into that energy and really get yourself tightened up. Okay? I hope you have a great day, and I hope you're having a fabulous life.